We're live.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Mic check, mic check.
world.
I don't know how to use my technology and open up a new tab on
I'm going to
here.
pretend to be in a really good mood.
Okay. Put your acting skills to use.
Okay, cool. We're in there.
You can hear us?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. Sometimes you just wake up and shit just sucks.
Yeah. What's wrong today? This
I
is
don't know.
genuine conversation because we haven't had this conversation yet.
No, because I've been staying in my headphones so I don't piss anybody off.
Yeah. Why are you angry today?
I'm not angry. I just wake up sad sometimes.
Well, all I saw today was like anger response to stuff. Do you get angry when you're sad?
Yeah. Because it makes me anytime anything like cuts into my being productive and creating, it makes me sad and angry.
Do you think you need to work on your relationship though to your productivity and your self-worth so that you're not constantly driving yourself into the ground just to feel like you deserve to be alive that day?
I don't know. Maybe.
Drive is really good, but
Yeah, but I don't work that hard, man. I don't. Like, I feel like I do, but I really don't. Like, I think about success stories and people are just talking about like how fucking hard they scraped and how hard they worked.
but we are working hard.
I don't know.
You
I just
think
feel
we're
like
so
I
lazy.
could always work harder. I always feel lazy.
You're not lazy.
Yeah, thanks. But we had a good week.
Did we? I don't remember this week very well.
Yeah, we had the show at the Ice Bar
When was that?
Thursday.
Thursday.
We had a couple really good nights outside.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, Thursday we had our corporate show. And then Friday, Sarita flew in.
Yep.
And I got to spend some really nice time with a good friend.
I did really good on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was doing good. No drinks. I was feeling great. Yeah, I didn't drink all week. Like I said on the live stream, I didn't drink Sunday night because I made it a point to be like, all right, Monday's redemption.
Yeah.
Monday's the day to
I
not.
thought for sure you drank on Monday.
No, I didn't drink Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. That's when I had the tequila at the Ice Bar on the way out.
Oh.
And then tequila on the way home.
Yeah, that sort of ruined me too. Put me in a little bit of a spin.
Yeah, so that's the main reason why this brings us to our topic. Addiction.
Our topic is addiction. And let's be kind to each other, please. I don't want to use this as an opportunity to take digs at each other.
I'm not taking any digs, dude. I've struggled, but I did good all week, and I just wish I would have powered through the weekend and not drank because it just.
Thursday was rough, though.
I know it was.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that like we had a shot after our show or whatever.
Yeah, it is wrong for me though, because I'm at a point in my life where I know that I just shouldn't be drinking at all. I don't need it. It doesn't do anything for me really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't serve me really anymore.
No,
it's not like I need it to be. I don't need it to be like social at all. Like
you don't need it for performance
anxiety. I don't need it for. I
just
don't need
it for the things that I use it medicinally for.
Right.
Like the reason I'm struggling lately is because I've been trying to redefine my relationship with alcohol. I came out of a really bad chapter, 6 months. This the end of my marriage was just awful. So I just drank my way through it, and he was drinking his way through it too. Yeah. And so that was a bad influence. And then this last, then I started getting happier and I was starting to feel much better. And then now that we've been playing the street every night or almost every night, now I'm confronted with all that performance anxiety that I have. And
so maybe you need
particularly with guitar. I get so scared when I play guitar, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Redefining your relationship with what you're doing as opposed to the alcohol.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's healthy for me. Like I don't do good with an all or nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, both of us have had very prolonged periods of sobriety in our life. The thing is, I don't
think that having a few drinks a night is necessarily healthy every night.
I don't think so either. I just said we're not going to take digs at each other.
My bad. I was just saying, just conversating.
But I felt like I had a really healthy relationship there for a little while, and then I stopped being at the hospital, and I'm scared about money, and
Yeah.
I feel a lot of pressure to do really well at what we're doing, and I struggle with a ton of like physical anxiety that prevents me from singing and playing well. And so that's what I've been struggling with just the last couple of weeks. But like I said, I mean, I am working on it, and I don't think I'm by any means out of control. I haven't run my life into the ground. I haven't, the typical things that used to happen that would tell me like you're in trouble. I don't feel like I'm in trouble right now. I just feel like I'm.
Well, if I was a like a like an alcohol class therapist, that would be like it comes in many forms,
I know
right?
that. I know that.
And
I
just
know
because your
that.
life isn't getting wrecked doesn't mean that you don't
I
maybe.
know that, but I'm really conscious and I'm really
Yeah.
aware of where I'm at, and it honestly it really hurts me the way that you like put things, you displace your own stuff onto me and then group me into something that
Yeah,
I'm
no,
working on my own thing.
I know I'm working on that. It's just hard because we're a team.
We
So,
are a team,
and
and we are similar in
I
some ways,
like
but
that's me just like just crying out and begging for support because
I know
I
that.
have a lot
But
of
if
trouble
I
doing it
asked
on
you to
my
quit
own.
smoking so that I could quit smoking, would you be able to do that?
I don't know.
Or would you be willing to do that? Because it's really hard for me to be around you as such a chain smoker and me
Yeah.
not smoke, and I'm trying not to smoke.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for me. But at the end of the day, that's my thing and not your thing.
I know, I get it. I agree with you. I don't say I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I'm just explaining to you why. It's fucking hard, dude. Addictions are hard.
They
I have a
are.
lot of them. I have like I'm addicted to caffeine, nicotine, fucking weed, alcohol, porn. Like
Really?
and I don't know about that, but
Probably. If you just said it, so
probably
it's probably true.
probably. I mean like I said, it
Do
comes
you know
in
people
many
don't even believe
forms.
me
It's
that I
not
don't
like
watch porn? I just have no. It does nothing for me.
regardless, like I guess what I'm saying is like, yeah, I don't have things are going pretty well, but I still am holding on to all these addictions, and it's tough sometimes, and it's like I want to get past them, but it's just it just becomes your routine. Like
Yeah, but you can't keep blaming me for like if I have a glass of wine, then you're fucked and you're gonna drink a whole bottle of tequila. Like you put a lot of that on me.
I don't do that. I don't get like wasted anymore.
No, and neither do I. But
No,
the point is, like you're really quick to like blame me, you know, if I'm like quietly in my room having a
I thought
glass
we
of
weren't gonna
wine.
do that.
You already did it to me.
No.
You already called me out hard
Well,
and unnecessarily.
no, I already know. I already know that that's not the way you're supposed to do it, and that's not healthy. And I'm in charge of my own my own decisions and solutions. But like, it's hard.
I was just talking to Sarita yesterday. I was like, uh, yeah, I would like to cut a ton more alcohol use out of my life. I don't feel like things are shaky right now. I feel like I'm okay.
Yeah.
I know that right now I'm sort of coping with like performance anxiety and stuff. Um, but I also know that it's not a smart thing when I've just come out of all this trauma and I'm already like trying to work on my emotions and my healing and all these things. Like quitting smoking and quitting drinking, like cold turkeying is probably not a healthy thing for me right now because it just sets you up to have like a hard relapse on the other side. I'm trying
Yeah.
to slowly shift in a healthy way and in a sustainable way instead of just being like I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to be so healthy and whatever. Of course I want to be healthy. You know how much I care about being healthy. I don't want to need a few glasses of wine several nights a week. I don't want that. But I'm allowed to be proud of myself that I'm not doing what I was doing before. I'm not numbing myself out of my entire life. I'm not
Yeah.
destroying myself. I'm not embarrassing myself. Like I'm not doing things that I've done in the past.
Well, I just had like a really big realization about myself and how much I don't need alcohol and how much it doesn't fucking benefit me at all. It's when I was on a bad acid trip. Well, we can get into
It was
that
a good
later.
acid trip, I thought.
Well, it was
I
good
mean,
because I got the message.
yeah.
You
I
know what
mean,
I'm
we should
saying?
talk about more than even like this is not just alcohol. This is
Yeah.
addiction is addiction. So
Yeah. So I got a clear message from wherever. I mean, for either it's from my own subconscious or whatever. Like I got a crystal clear message that I'm not supposed to be drinking alcohol at
yeah.
all.
And both of us are really trying to take advantage of this time that we're in and
Yeah.
show the universe that we mean business
Yeah.
and whatever. Like I'm in that with you. I'm there.
I know you are.
I'm just allowed to have my own steps
I
to
know,
there,
I know, dude. I never,
And I'm not defending
I
drinking. I'm
never,
not
and I
defending my
never
habit
defended
or
my
whatever.
position of being like, well, you're drinking, I'm drinking. Like, it's not healthy. It's just what my alcoholism does to
Yeah.
let me to drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my alcoholism is fucking strong. Like, I have a million good excuses
I agree. I love you when
that
you're not drinking.
if I'm in the right spot at the right time,
Yeah.
one of those excuses comes through,
I know.
and I just act on it.
Look, we
You know what
both
I mean?
know. We've both been through unfortunately, we've both been through like substance abuse
Yeah.
therapy and things
And
like
with
that,
that being said, like where I'm at now is fucking worlds better
Right.
and
And me
way, way beyond where I was in the past,
Me
which
too.
was hard. You know what I
Me
mean?
too.
So
I
I
just know
want to
the
give
pressure's
myself
on.
some credit. And
I give you a lot of credit.
I
You're
don't go
harder on
out.
yourself than I
I
am.
used to just go out and get lost
I know.
with people and places. Like I would just go out for a week and get lost in drugs and all that shit.
I
So
know.
I'm definitely in a better place.
And I've never struggled with drugs. Like I've never had a problem with that whatsoever. I have rarely done them and I don't struggle with that at all.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always just been alcohol. That's because I have insecurities and social anxiety and I'm uncomfortable in so many situations and whatever. And so, that's why it's been the tonic for me a lot of times. But I have done a lot of work to understand my relationship to that, and I get it, and I've come a long ways, and I'm really proud of the large amounts of time I've spent completely stone cold sober.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm against doing that right now. It's just that I'm trying to learn a more sustainable way of living, which is this all or none. Because alcohol is not the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the one that needs to get a hold of my performance anxiety and my social anxiety and things like that. I don't want to say like that's the problem. And so if I just eliminate that, I'm fine, because then I continue to deal with the things I deal with and it continues to just be hard. And then if I fall off the wagon, I fall hard right back into it. I'm trying to like grow and learn and heal. I'm trying to heal the things.
Like I said, dude, it's just my addiction working how it works. So
I know.
I really wanted to come in strong this week and be like, I didn't drink the whole week because I said I wasn't gonna last week. And I didn't do terribly. What I had 2 nights where I had a few, like way better than the old me by leaps and bounds. But still, like, then I wake up, when I drink, I end up eating unhealthy. It makes me lazy immediately. So then I eat like shit. And then I wake up 2 days later from even just a few drinks and some bad meals. And I wake up and I'm just fucking useless. I just hate everything.
It is definitely depressing.
It's awful.
It is definitely not helping.
No.
And like that's the thing. Like I don't like how I feel lately. I don't feel energetic. I don't feel sharp. But I'm really like just battling against this. Like I need to perform with you like several nights a week. And it's hard for me. It's really, really hard for me. And we don't make any money if I'm bombing, So that's what I'm struggling with. And I'm actively like, I'm talking to my therapist about it. We're going to work on what?
How are the fingers doing? Oh yeah, look
at them. I filed them off and like oiled them. Look, I have this scar right here that's like you can see now.
Oh my
this
God.
Right through there. And then you can see the lines from the guitar on the side.
Your hands are starting to look like mine.
Yeah, my hands have been sore and achy. My back has been achy. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I'm more than happy enough to not spiral into like full blown alcoholism right now. I'm just sort of in a bridge period where I'm learning other ways to deal with my anxieties.
I know that. I'm not tripping, dude. And like I said, I have to just worry about myself. So, but it's just an easy way.
Stay in your lane.
It's an easy way for my
my
alcoholism finds its way.
It's hard for me when you are hard on me. When I'm hard enough on myself. Like
I know.
I don't give myself any excuses. And
oh, you want to keep harping me about it, or you just want to take my apology?
Okay.
Even though in the very beginning you said let's not harp on each other too bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, we sure fucking did. You want to show the video?
Yeah, do the video because I gotta go pee.
All right, we have a really good video found on YouTube.
It's perfect.
It's perfect about addiction.
It's a compassionate book.
It is. It's a little cartoon, and it is definitely like I don't know. It hit me. Thought it was really, really, really well done. So here we go. take way more, bro. Just gotta keep up with the dose. Sucks, dude.
Yeah. And that's the thing too,
It's
like
too
as
real.
time goes on, it's just the last cycle that repeats, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never go back to the beginning.
Right. This is almost a good analogy for love, too.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Love makes me fat and miserable.
Word.
I mean, that's another addiction.
Yeah. Can be. I know it's not going to do shit, but been there.
God,
Everything just gets
cry.
dark. It does too. It like dulls all your senses and just makes everything just seem.
And everything gets hazy, and you're just going from one to the
Yeah.
next. There's like almost no point because it doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that one makes me want to cry.
Well, very well done, you humans.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's very well done.
Yes.
Because I think there's so much judgment and there's so much
It's a great video.
ignorance about addiction, and nobody sets out to be an addict. Nobody sets out to ruin their lives, you know? Nobody. And I think the inaccessibility to mental health care and proper medical care,
definitely, yeah.
you know, of course that ends up in addiction a lot of times.
Well, here's the thing I don't like. You get arrested. I've been there. This happened to me. So you get arrested for drugs and shit, and then you do get put into programs, right? But they just want to take money from you. And I guess like a good way to learn your lesson is to like, this is what you take all your money. That's basically what they do every time. But
it sets you up at such a disadvantage to get back to where you were. And then you have a stigma on you, and you have shame.
Oh, this is what I'm getting to. Yeah, like this is make somebody completely broke. Like, what's the cheapest thing that can make you feel better? Is that like $7 bottle of vodka?
Yeah, especially
or whatever.
when you lost your job because you couldn't make it to job because you had to go to your meetings, you had to go to your probation officer or whatever. I mean, they take away your license or whatever. It makes it impossible to keep your job almost. And then so you lose your income, and then you go through the program, and if you don't get any violations, then you're out. But then, like, you know, you're just kind of fucked. Like, there is such thing as rehabilitation in this country whatsoever at all. And that's really sad to me. I think that addiction should be treated with so much more compassion and so much less judgment and stigma.
It is met with a ton of judgment, and everybody has their own inner like weapon system to fight against stuff like this, and some people just don't have it, man.
No,
like it's hard. It's not. It's harder, and some people they'll like try cocaine for the first time, and they're like, oh, I didn't really like that, and then move on with their lives. Some people try cocaine, and it's the greatest thing that has ever happened to them.
I know.
Period.
And that's the thing too. I was going to talk about like genetic predisposition.
Yeah.
Because not everybody's brains are wired the same, and you can't really know until you get there. But like, some people are just easily not addicts of anything. It's just easy for them. Their brains don't work like that, and other people have to work very hard not to let literally anything become an addiction.
I think I'm in the middle of the road. Like, you know, I have
I think we're both
I've,
predisposed, though.
yeah, most definitely. Um, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like I can fight it for so long. I've done really good on the drugs. I haven't done drugs regularly in a really long time, so that's good.
Yeah, this article says at least half of a person's susceptibility to drug addiction can be linked to genetic factors.
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not always somebody's entire fault. Like there are so many circumstances that come into play that lead to that, and
Trauma probably plays a pretty big
a
part too.
huge role. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the statistics are on like childhood trauma, but it's got to be like 90%. And so if you don't have available to you the resources to deal with that, how do you deal with the darkness inside of you except to try to numb it? Because life goes on. You got to just keep showing up and doing your life and being a person and whatever, and I think it's a real slippery slope, and it's really unfortunate to me the amount of shame that is attached to it, because I think it's really undeserved.
Yeah.
And people, I don't think, understand how hard it is to build a life back up from having fallen into addiction.
Yeah, it can get really low. It can go all the way. I mean, I see it every day out in the streets. Like people, uh, mental illness compounded with drug addiction is
Mm-hmm.
that's a tough one. How do you get out of there? You know,
If you have undiagnosed mental illness like
and then
schizophrenia or
put this
bipolar,
on top of it. You have no money
mm-hmm.
and no family that gives a shit about you.
Right?
What
Yeah,
do you do there?
we just talked about that recently.
Then
That
what
like,
happens?
there's no incentive to get better a lot of times because
Yeah.
nobody believes in you anyway. Everyone's given up on you. You're just as a nameless, faceless
Yeah.
statistic, and the world teaches you that you're just a piece of shit and you're not worth it anyway.
Well,
You know?
I'm asking really, like, where do you go from there? Like, how does there's that falls in the hands of government programs and
Which
like
are
that just
shit.
that yeah, like that when does
I mean,
it?
yeah, rehab is expensive.
Yeah.
Court ordered rehab, you're going to be in debt because you have to pay them back.
So at the end of the day,
I
you
mean,
can only count on yourself, and if yourself is all discombobulated,
right,
then where do you go?
right.
It's just
Instead of being like, let's treat your mental health first. Let's not worry about addiction yet. Let's worry about,
that should be the first thing, right?
yeah, let's do a comprehensive blood test and see if you're deficient in anything. Let's see if
That's
you
a
have
good
any
one. Yeah.
hormone imbalances. Let's see if you have anything, biological that's contributing to this. And then let's get you reset. Let's get you like to a baseline. And then we'll start to treat the addiction, which is just a byproduct of whatever else is going on, which is why I'm about to do a microdose mushroom reset.
I could go for a couple microdose
I know.
resets.
I'm not up to hero dose place yet.
That's something. That's
but
something that I've never felt like I would become addicted to hallucinogens. I still steadily done them like
and microdosing doesn't make
once
you
or twice.
hallucinate.
No, I know. Just like once or twice a year, I'll do like a heavy
Yeah.
dose of hallucinogens, and it usually tells me exactly what I need to hear.
I'm pretty terrified of hallucinogens. Really, luckily, the last time
It's scary on the
it is.
I mean, when it's a
I'm
frontier.
really lucky that I did acid like one time in high school, and then
Mhm.
we did it together. I don't know, a couple years ago,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was the most fun
Oh,
night
yeah.
I have had in forever. It
As
was
long as
so
everything,
fun.
as long as the vibes are good and everything's in place and you're
Right.
safe,
I just felt so
it's the
happy.
shit.
And
Yeah.
it was so great. So that was luckily that was a good experience. But yeah, I've never been really drawn to drugs in general, like at all.
Lucky.
Which I feel very, very, very lucky about that. Like my brain's not wired like that. It's not a thing.
Yeah,
me.
and mine absolutely is. So there you go.
Other than
There's
the
like
fact that,
two
like,
examples right here of
other than the fact, like, how I say I don't do heroin and I don't eat donuts, because I have no like shut off valve for like that amount of pleasure.
yeah.
I did do in high school, like I did meth, or I think it was meth. I did meth once. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I smoked it out of a tinfoil in a porta potty.
Ew.
And then went and took a physics test.
All your drug use is in high school?
Yeah.
No wonder you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I had some pretty seedy experiences, and then
Yeah.
I just was like, I can't touch that because that will swoop me up so quickly.
I guess I did all my
Some of
firsts
the
in
ones
high
I
school
liked,
too, but
when I liked a drug, I was like, I can't ever touch this again ever because
yeah.
I'm gone. So, but it just became really easy for me at a young age to be
I
like,
didn't have that. I was just like, well, this is awesome. Let's get some more.
And like being a bartender for so long, I would see so many people just like gacked out on cocaine, and like it just like became so ugly.
It is gross. Yeah.
It like and it has an energy to it that was always really gross to me.
Yeah, it
So
does.
it just made it easier for me to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Luckily, I feel very, very lucky, and I don't judge anybody that doesn't, wasn't able to withstand it the way that
Well,
I
yeah,
was.
you know what's fucked up about cocaine specifically and being addicted to cocaine is, yeah, that's always unattractive. It's like, so
Unless you're on it.
well, here's the thing. Like, if you're sober and you see somebody acting a fool when they're drunk, right?
Right.
Does that not make you want to join in and have some drinks? For
No.
you personally, no?
No.
For me, if I see somebody like acting a fool and being crazy and drinking, it makes me want to get drunk with them so I can deal with that.
No way. No,
And
it
it's
has
the
the
same
opposite.
thing. It's the same thing for cocaine. If somebody's like talking, like
That
my
makes you
immediate,
want to do it?
yep,
Oh my
yeah,
God. No, I'm like,
yeah.
ooh.
Well, that's the thing about being addicted to stuff like that in the past. Like, I'll see that and be like, I want to be there.
Yeah,
so that I
don't
can
have
deal
that.
with this, right?
I don't have that.
So I can it's like a language, like it's like a different,
Totally.
yeah,
It's
like
just a different wavelength. You're
whole
like,
different
oh, I'm
wavelength,
vibrating
yeah.
here and you're vibrating here.
Yeah,
Let me just go to your side.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
So
I
as
get that,
annoying
but
and horrible and unattractive as it is, as soon as I see that, I'm like, ooh, I could go for some cocaine,
yeah,
just because
I don't.
I used to be addicted to it.
Yeah,
So,
I definitely don't feel that.
but yeah, moving out of Colorado was a really good idea because I don't even have access now, even if I
You
wanted.
do. I mean,
I guess I probably would, but
we know who we could get it from if we wanted to.
yeah, I guess so. But I don't really, yeah, access and people running into you and being like, let's do cocaine is
Right.
two completely different things.
Yeah, clean slate is very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Nobody expects you to be like, oh, Grim&Darling's here. Let's get fucking wasted. Not that we ever were like that.
Maybe we'd be more popular.
We probably would. We've talked about this a lot. Like, if we were in the
Yeah.
bathroom doing cocaine with people all these years, we probably would be further along as musicians.
Yeah, probably.
But it's just,
it's not sustainable, man.
It's not sustainable.
It's difficult.
And I care about my brain, and I want to continue to create. I don't want to.
Same.
I don't want to trade momentary feeling of belonging for long-term inability to do what I love.
Right. I hear that.
I'm trying to find this right now.
Well, what's up out there? Hello. Thanks for joining in.
This is a vulnerable topic.
If you guys need anything from the gas station after we leave, just let us know. I'm going to go out and play the bridge again tonight. I just released a new song with Too Sweet.
Tell them about it.
It's called I Know. It's on major platforms, on Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, Apple Music, all that stuff.
And it's got over 100,000 streams.
I think maybe over 100,000 streams right now.
In the first 2 days.
Is what she was telling me, yeah. In the first few days.
It's great.
So that's definitely the most anybody ever listened to anything I ever put out. So, hey,
I have nothing
hallelujah.
to do with it, but I'm proud of you.
So that makes me feel good.
Her.
I feel good. I saw one of the screenshots she sent me, and it was like 112 people or something listening now. I was like, whoa, that feels cool. Like, it feels really cool and scary. Yeah. Yeah, I'm for some reason super scared of success. As it gets closer, it feels.
And I think, you know what? I think on that note, I think you and I are kind of in a vulnerable place right now where we feel like we might be crossing over into like what we really want.
Yeah.
And so both of us are vulnerable to self-sabotage right now, which I'm really aware of. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really aware of that.
I've done it before.
Yeah. And, but I just think as long as we keep acknowledging it and talking about it, like, yeah, we're both going to have setbacks and then we're both going to do okay. But I have so much more faith in us now than like 10 years ago to do what's right for ourselves and for the band and, for all that.
Yep. And I think it's okay. I think I got it.
I think you got it. I really do. You're so much harder on yourself than I would be right now.
Oh, cool.
There are many other times in life that I could say were much worse.
Because I feel like I'm in a pivotal position in life and I want to fucking rise to the occasion 100%.
Me too.
And I don't want to fall back into old habits. I don't want to be fucking lazy. I don't want to lay in bed. I just want to fucking get it done right now because it's like the universe is putting a path before me, like a very clear yellow brick road. Like,
Yeah.
go down this way.
Me
not
too. I
this
can't
way.
even get a regular job. No one will hire me. I don't know. I've never had a trouble. I've never in my life had
I've
trouble
never
finding a job.
known you to have trouble finding a job.
I always am working. Always. I have so much experience. Like I cannot believe I haven't been hired.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's the universe. Like, yeah, no, not right now.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. And the only reason I can give myself permission to do it is if no other doors are opening.
Right.
You know, so it feels intentional from, you know, the universe standards, but it's still pretty terrifying. But good. I mean, all the ways that I'm growing and being challenged right now are ways I need to grow and be challenged.
It's true.
All of them.
Yeah.
So if, you know, if I'm having some setbacks, that's fine. I'm going to learn and grow through them.
Well, tomorrow's Monday.
And
I'm gonna
see,
try
I'm not doing what you're doing. I'm not going to be
it
like,
helps me because it
that's
helped me
fine.
get
Do
through.
what you need to do, but I'm
All
not
right,
doing
I'm
that.
gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. Sunday, I'm gonna do a full week this time. No drinks. I'll be back on Sunday
To report
healthy eating, exercise. I had a good strong at the beginning.
Yeah, see, I don't struggle with that either. I don't
week.
struggle with eating bad. I could
Strong
get
start
super
at the
wasted
beginning
and
of
I'll
the
still
week,
make
and
air
then
pop popcorn with kosher salt on it.
fell
And, you
off.
know, like I'll still eat grapes and apples. And, you know, like very rarely do I eat really poorly. If anything, the other addiction thing I'm
just
struggling
love
with is
Italian food.
I know. But I was going to say the other thing that I am probably struggling with is what Riley brought to my attention is that I have very disordered eating that I wasn't aware of. I was not
That was a
aware that
kind
I
way to put it.
exhibit a ton of behaviors and ideas that are associated with eating disorders.
Yeah, Riley just
She blew my head off.
She completely just came out and said it. She's like, "You have an eating disorder."
Yeah.
and
I
you
was
were
like, "Wait,
"Oh,
what?"
fuck, yeah, I guess I might."
No, I was like, "No, I don't." And then Riley was like, this. And I was like, "Yes, I do all those things." So that might be true. Like I haven't been able to wrap my head around that. Like Riley said that a couple weeks ago, and I'm still just like,
Being a human's
do I
hard.
have an eating disorder? Like, I mean, I think it's probably really possible, but I'm not like ready to dive into that yet. But it is entirely possible. I have had debilitating body dysmorphia my whole life. You know, no matter how skinny I am, no matter how pretty I've been, no matter if I'm 100 pounds heavier. Like when I look in the mirror, I see, you know, monstrous disfiguredness. And like, I've really worked on that in my life to like try and see myself more accurately. But I definitely struggle with that. And I think it didn't even occur to me that I would have disordered eating, that was like a problem, but it probably is. I should probably talk to my therapist about it because I'm not trying to have an eating disorder by any means. Yeah, Riley was like, the fact that you were so excited that someone expressed concern about how much weight you've lost and that you took that as like a sign of pride and accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know?
And
that a health professional was like, "Are
yeah,
you okay?"
just not eating until you're about to pass out is pretty telltale.
I've just always been that way though, my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life. But yeah, I should probably be more. I'm gonna try and work on being more conscious.
Yeah.
That's what I'll work on this week. Is forcing myself to eat more regularly and be conscious of fueling my body instead of just being starving all day long and not realizing I haven't eaten anything.
Yeah. Got anything else?
What other kinds of addiction?
Well,
do you have anything else to say about addiction? This is really quick. It's because you want to play after.
I just wanted to know if you had any more.
I don't know.
Stuff written
You promised me you were going to go all in on this one as long as I wanted to talk. If I agreed to
I wasn't
next
trying
week
to wrap it up.
What did I agree to?
Next week we're talking about dating.
What did you call the episode?
It's a Tinder takeover.
Yep. And they let me back on Tinder.
Oh, good.
I set up an account the other night because we were talking about doing this episode next week. And I was like, how can we do Tinder takeover? Like, I don't want you to be on my lesbian apps and whatever. And obviously we talk and joke all the time about like I'm not ready to date. I don't want to date, but
Well,
I'm a hermit. I need to learn how to talk to people again.
I've got 52 matches in there ready for you. Ready for you to do your fucking worst.
Oh, I don't know how many I have, but are you only on Tinder?
Yeah.
Are you on anything else?
Uh-uh.
Just Tinder?
Mm.
So yeah, but anyway, the next morning I woke up to try to like log in and enter some information, and it was like, you've been blocked for
I still
violating
don't
our
understand
policy.
why.
I think maybe somebody flagged me, like some hater saw me on there, some ex or something was like, fuck you. I can't think of anything else. I didn't do anything on there. But and
You
they
can't
didn't
be
explain it to me.
posting nudes for your.
I've never posted a nude in my life.
You can't be posting
Remember how
nudes
we
for your
just talked
profile
about the body
picture, dude.
dysmorphia? I don't even want people to see me with the lights on with my clothes off. Like, I could be married to you for 10 years and be like, turn those lights
See,
off.
we're getting into next week now.
Turn those lights off, and all of these clothes stay on. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do that. I don't know why they blocked me, and they didn't explain it either. I just got an email this morning that said, okay, you should have access to your account again. So my Tinder's all primed for you. There's actually some hot women on there. I don't want you to ruin it for me.
There's not on mine.
There are.
No offense, ladies.
No, we have talked about this. There's plenty of good-looking women, but they're all 22 and want babies or a husband.
See,
or
I have my age
have a
range
list
turned
of-
up way
I
beyond
do too.
22.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I now.
Yeah.
Because you accuse me of being a predator all the time because
It's funny. I'm sorry.
I have dated significantly younger people, but I'm not trying to do that right
It's
now.
because I watch all the pred catchers on YouTube now.
I'm not like that. I'm not grooming anybody or assaulting anybody.
It's because I've been watching that shit so hard that now it's just like everybody, and I'm on the bridge. I'm like predator. It's true too. Like some people you wouldn't expect on there. I'm like, dude, this like 50-year-old dude thinks he's meeting up with a 13-year-old girl. Like,
Ugh.
Jesus.
Yuck.
It's like car crash shit. It's
That's
like
a
the
bad
same
addiction.
reason you watch crime TV. Like,
Yeah.
I watch it because I'm just the confrontation is always the same, and I'm just addicted to watching it because they roll up and they're the same thing every time. They're just like, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I
Ugh.
wasn't really gonna have sex with her. Like, oh,
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you fucking were.
Yes, you were.
And the dude's always
Ugh.
like, okay, then why didn't you send a picture of your penis to her? And
Ugh.
he's like, well, I was just messing around. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Go to jail.
That's awful. But yeah, a lot of them do go to jail, which is nice.
Good.
Yeah. These pred
That's such a
catchers
touchy
out there.
subject for me. That's so fucked up.
I know it's super fucked up, but I mean, at least they're out there doing. I think it's
Somebody's
good that
doing
they're
it,
out
that's
there
good.
doing it. It would deter. Now that there's all these YouTube channels, I think that's a huge deterrent
I would hope so.
because it's big. I don't know if you've gone down this YouTube rabbit hole
No,
ever,
I haven't.
but
I want nothing to do
but
with
there's
that.
a huge community of like predator catchers on YouTube.
Good.
Yeah, and so
That's good to know.
they post their faces, their chats, like, and I think that since there is so much of that going on, that's got to be a huge deterrent.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah. One dude
But
is I just found he's
somebody's
in
always
Colorado.
still going to do it.
Dude's doing it in Colorado, which is interesting to watch
A
because I
pred
know
catcher
all
in
the
Colorado?
places. Yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
just got turned on to him yesterday,
Oh, wow.
but his daughter was molested by an adult, so that's why he does it.
God damn it.
Yeah. So I respect it, man, and it is
Good for him as a father to be like, this is
riveting.
never going to happen again to my
Riveting
child
to
or any other
watch.
child.
Because it's real. Like you see shit on TV, it's nothing on TV is really real,
No.
right? Or even on fucking streaming channels or whatever. But this shit is
Reality
just so real. You can see them all, like the dudes who are doing it, like shaking, and like
Mhm.
you can hear like the tremble in their voices when they're talking and approaching these people. Like
Good.
it's just really real. There's
I'm
something
glad to know
about
that
it.
exists. I just have no desire to watch it.
So yeah, something about it is just fucking riveting to me. I just can't stop.
Yeah, I would full on.
And then that
murder
sense of
somebody.
like, yes, got him, like, fuck, piece of shit. Like, this is pretty good.
And I'm sure all their families are like, what? Him? No.
Yeah, they
he's so
make them like call
sweet."
their parents and wife, and like they will like make them call
Good.
family members or like talk to other family members to be like, here's what's going on.
Yeah,
So that's pretty crazy.
that's good. Can you believe that me, as a moderately attractive person on this age of the internet, has never received an unsolicited dick pic?
Don't say that.
Of all the. Not an invitation. Not an invitation. I'm just thrilled because every woman I know is like, oh, dick pic, dick pic. I'm like, I don't know why they're not sending them. I've gotten all kinds of other inappropriate messages and stuff, but nobody has ever sent me.
Well, this could be an unpopular thing to say, but is it maybe because you're not showing your body a lot? Is that maybe
If
like
that's it, that's great.
if a
Not a
girl
lot at all. I don't show
if
my
a girl
body
is
at
like
all.
really like body forward, boobs out, but
She
does
must
that
want my
like
dick in between
feel
her
like
boobs.
an invitation? Like, oh, dude, definitely dick pic.
I mean, it's not their fault. We're not
No, that's not what
blaming.
I'm saying.
But I don't know. Maybe I just put a yeah. Maybe it's just because I'm not. I've never once posted a sexually suggestive picture or made duck face or like squeeze my boobs together. No judgment, but I don't like my body enough to do that. So
I
maybe
don't think that should be an invitation, but I think dudes probably see it that way. They're like,
that's interesting. I never thought about that.
yeah, you never have posted
I mean,
a racy photo ever.
Never.
So
No.
maybe that's why. You
I
don't get
am not a
wiener-
body positive
wiener
person.
photos.
I'm humiliated by my body and I don't want to show anybody.
Can we normalize saying wiener photos instead of dick pics? And I have a theory.
Wiener photos.
I have a theory on wiener photos.
What?
So even if obviously if they don't ask for them, definitely don't send them.
Of course.
But let me throw this out here. If you were to maybe like build a little shadow box with like a
like a
scene,
dick diorama?
like a dick diorama, yeah, with like a scene and some palm trees and like a little hat, like a cowboy hat, maybe a western scene, for example. Some chaps and like some little guns.
If I find a cardboard box with a hole in it in your room, I'm calling you out so hard.
I'm just asking.
You're like, hey, do we have any Elmer's glue?
I'm just over here asking questions. So if you were to receive something along those lines, not just asking you, I'm asking ladies in general, specifically
Yeah, not
straight
because I don't want to see any of them.
Straight women. Yeah. You're
No,
not
thank you.
You're not really into wieners as much as most
No,
women,
I'm
but-
into guys kind of sometimes, but
right.
dicks never.
Yeah, okay.
That's a no for me.
Weird.
No, thank you.
Anyway. So ladies, if you were like, hey, show me something, you know what I mean? And you received a dick pic that was
And
like
you're all, whoop, wristwatch.
nice. Nah, that's too easy. I'm saying you saw some real effort there. Like this guy has dressed his whole wiener as a cowboy. The little gun holsters are on
He
the
has a little
balls.
glued moss on the bottom.
Yeah, there's a whole
rocks.
scene, maybe some panning effects.
No thanks. Ladies, you answer that.
I personally think as a lady, if I saw that, as opposed to like your dirty bathroom floor,
you want
like
a woman to take your penis after that though? Like, how could she look at it in a sexual manner after that?
I've always had fun with sex and stuff in the bedroom, so I thought it was funny. But I just think it would be more well received. I think honestly, like if a no, this is
that just sounds like
this
trickery
bar's
though, to make you look at a picture and zoom in like, what?
This bar's on a woman being interested in you first. Like I'm not saying like dress up your wiener and just send it randomly.
I'm telling you.
Although if you did it like that, it would probably be more well received.
I can tell you that the hottest guy I've seen in a long time, you know who it is. If he happened to send me a dick diorama, it would be 100% not attracted after that. Not one bit.
I don't know.
That's friend zone.
If
you're funny, we'll be friends then.
I'm not a gay man, but if a gay dude got really into me and sent me just like a straight up wiener pic, I'd be like, fuck, dude, like, come on. But
if you put the effort in,
put some serious work into it, I'd be like, all right, I guess we can like get coffee.
God, this episode took a left turn. Full left turn.
All right, we can just change the subject. But we can talk about that next week. We'll talk about that next week.
I don't want to talk about penises at all next week.
You don't want to talk about dick dioramas next week?
No, and I don't want to talk about the show that you want me to go to so bad here in Vegas.
Puppetry of the Penis.
Yeah, no.
I heard it's a laugh riot.
No.
Okay.
Not only do I not want to see one penis,
I'm from the school of straight men who think that dicks are hilarious.
Yeah, you're from the generation of straight men who are not so straight.
Who like hug each other and like pull out their wieners and like pee on stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's like 90s, early 2000s.
That
I think
obsession with like no homo, but let me see your penis. That's gay.
Generational thing.
That's gay.
I don't care. Like I've always been like,
you're fine with it.
Yeah. But most dudes are like, oh.
I mean, you wear earrings and lipstick sometimes now.
Yeah. Yeah, I always did before, just not in public.
Yeah, I don't want to see any penises if that's okay.
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
I brought up that I
Turn
was
back the tape.
thrilled that I have never had to see an unsolicited one.
And that's what I was saying. Put some effort in, gentlemen. Like, if you want your dick pic to be better, well received, then build something. Like, really make something. I'm confident that ladies would be like that straight women would be like, dude, if he like really put some work into it, that'd be
comments
hilarious.
on anything we've ever said, I hope they comment on this because I can't imagine you're right.
It's still a wiener, right? But it's not naked. It's got clothes on. Okay, we gotta change the subject or cut it or something. We gotta get off of this.
That would turn me gay so
this
fast.
Is fully next week conversation.
Yeah, it is.
But
we really went away from this week's one.
You started it.
Oh, sorry. All right. Well, I don't know. I had some other statistics and stuff to talk about, but it's bumming me out a little bit. So
yeah, true.
Maybe we should just send some love out to anybody that's struggling with any form of addiction.
Yeah.
And we don't judge you, and we love you very much. And sometimes life is literally just harder for some people than it is for others. And keeping it together is a full-time job, and we see you and we love you for that.
And, we're here too with you. Like, this is kind of the reason we're on this live stream is because it's easy to just post the show pictures and everything's going great and like look at me and like 100,000 views.
I have all my shit together.
Yeah, but I don't.
No, I
don't.
We
don't. Like, and we're here with you and we're fighting this good fight together. And it's hard to be a fucking human. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Monday's the day for me. I even say this every week. Start strong on Monday. Get that workout in. Try to be productive.
Yeah, I got to take advantage of the gym membership I've been paying for 4 months.
That's why I don't get gym memberships.
It's such a cool gym, though.
I know. I've tried before.
I wanted to be one of them.
I've never gone more than twice off a gym membership.
Well, I am paying for me and 2 children for the next 2 years, so some of us should be going.
But we love you.
But anyway, yeah.
Hit us up, stillfriendslive@gmail.com.
Super big love to you guys. Thanks for any support you've been giving us. And
yeah. And yeah, if you're struggling, just know that
you're not struggling alone.
You're not alone. Yeah.
And feel free to reach out to us if you need some encouragement.
Please. Or if you got to reach out.
Tips and tricks. I mean, we've both been sober for long periods of time, and I know that that's hard, and I've been successful at that. And there's so much shame associated with it, and you just no shame here. If anybody just wants to talk it out.
Seriously,
And I feel guilty because I've been a motivator to other people. People look at me like maybe I'm still sober, and I've been asked that before, and I felt guilty that no, I drink sometimes, so there's just so much pressure surrounding all of it, and
I want to say, I just want to say that's real, that's serious. DM me.
Yeah.
Direct message me on wherever, dude. I don't check my social media a ton, but I do, and I will see your messages. I'm good for a pep talk here and there. So if you're struggling and you're hurting, dude, a homie hit me up the other day and was like, dude, I really need $10. I just sent it to him. I'm not saying I'm going to send you money, but but if you're struggling and you just need somebody to talk to, just even texting, or we could FaceTime, whatever. Seriously, at the end of the day,
we're doing
you're struggling, if you're hurting, just really honestly, truly hit me up and I'll do my best to give you some insight, and you're not alone. Okay.
Yeah. Same.
Okay.
All right. We
love you guys. See you next